Rachel Zegler is extraordinarily woke, but she's woke in a way that's quite deranged. I really do believe that. There's something wrong with her. She's disturbed, she's unhappy.
A police report, a leap threat, and Rachel Zegler, once hyped as Hollywood's next golden girl, is now allegedly under real investigation by law enforcement. This ain't just bad PR. This ain't just some backstage meltdown. What's coming out of London right now could shut down her stage career for good. Sources close to the production say the Evita director filed an official report after a wild incident backstage, one that allegedly involved Zegler screaming threats during a heated outburst. And here's the twist no one saw coming. It was all caught on camera. Security footage, or maybe a phone recording, and depends who you ask. But either way, it reportedly caught Zegler throwing down some unhinged and aggressive comments at the director during a private showdown just off stage. The moment was never meant to go public, but now it's spiraling into a full-blown legal nightmare. See, filing that report wasn't just a warning shot. Nope! It cranked this whole drama from a celebrity tantrum to something way more serious. We're talking consequences that could hit police stations, courtrooms, and beyond. But yo, what pushed this thing so far? Why would a director turn to the cops against the star of his own show? What happens next? Oh, it's even messier than you think. And if you want to stay locked in on this madness, smash that subscribe button to Fame Feast right now. More teas dropping soon. Tensions on the Evita set didn't just explode out of nowhere. This was a slow burn, and trust me, the warning signs were there from day one. From the second Rachel Zegler landed in London to join the West End revival, people sensed something was off. At first, just whispers, missed rehearsals, icy vibes with the crew, sudden mood swings that kept throwing production into chaos. Folks tried to brush it off. She's under pressure, they said. She's young, give her time. But Rachel, who was once seen as a breath of fresh air after West Side Story, quickly built a rep that insiders now call volatile. She reportedly challenged direction, shot down notes with straight-up sarcasm, and sometimes stormed off the stage entirely. And right in the middle of it all, the director, a seasoned West End pro, known for guiding huge productions with calm precision. This wasn't his first run-in with big egos, but even he reportedly admitted privately that Zegler was testing limits no actor had ever pushed before. Multiple sources say the director tried everything: private sit-downs, gentle feedback, even changing stage blocking to help her out. But nothing worked. Then came the breaking point. One rehearsal spiraled out of control after Zegler allegedly refused to take a correction right in front of the entire cast. What followed? A tense, ice-cold standoff between her and the director, and insiders say the room went dead silent. Not a word. The vibe? Beyond uncomfortable. Sorry, I'm human. Talk to me as such. But that silence? It didn't last long. What Zegler allegedly said next was loud enough to leave a mark, and sadly for her, it wasn't just remembered, it may have been recorded. After that explosive rehearsal, most of the cast figured it was done, just another celeb meltdown that'd get swept under the rug by morning. But nobody expected this. Someone had proof. According to insiders, the exact moment Rachel Zegler allegedly crossed the line wasn't just seen, it was caught on camera. Now, there are two versions of this story. One says a backstage security cam, which is standard in big West End venues, captured everything. Another source claims a cast member, fed up with the madness, whipped out their phone and started recording when the tension hit the roof. Either way, the result's the same. A clip exists. And word is, that clip is damning. Zegler can allegedly be heard going on a full-blown tirade, straight up shouting at the director in what's been described as a threatening tone and language. One source says she accused him of trying to destroy her career, and then made a chilling statement that crossed the line from disrespect into a personal threat. She wasn't acting anymore, one insider said. It wasn't performance, it was pure rage. And here's the real twist. This wasn't some random outburst. The director reportedly showed that footage to the producers, who were already stacking up complaints. That's when things blew up. The director didn't just confront her, he walked straight out, footage in hand. And less than 24 hours later, the police were involved. For a moment, total silence, no official statements, no backstage gossip, just this heavy, awkward stillness hanging over the entire Evita production. But behind closed doors, the director wasn't sitting around. According to reports, he marched that alleged footage straight to the authorities. A formal police report was filed, with Rachel Zegler named directly as the one responsible for what he described as a direct verbal threat, made in a professional setting. And this wasn't some hush-hush move either. Word spread fast. Cast and crew were quietly told that this incident was now a full-on legal matter. That meant interviews, questions, maybe even subpoenas coming soon. One source said the director told police point blank, this wasn't about some celebrity spat. It was about feeling unsafe at work. And when a situation hits that level, especially in this post-Me Too era, it becomes a legal time bomb no production wants to handle. But here's what's even more disturbing. This wasn't the first time complaints about Zegler had popped up. Sources say there were internal HR reports from way earlier in rehearsals, with crew members describing verbal intimidation and flat-out disruptive behavior. None of it had ever gone public until now. And now, with that formal police report on the table, everything changed. Even if no charges ever stick, just having a police report tied to an A-list actress in the middle of a live theater run, that's straight-up career poison. And once fans and the media start asking the big question, if things were this bad, what else don't we know? It's game over. That's the kind of question that makes PR teams lose it. The second word of that police report hit the public, the entire Evita set flipped overnight. Security protocols quietly revamped. Zegler's backstage access reportedly restricted. And suddenly, a bigger, more alert security team was seen hovering near the dressing rooms. One insider didn't sugarcoat it. They didn't say she was banned, but they sure started acting like she was. And behind the scenes, it got even messier. Leaked emails show the production team digging through her contract, line by line, searching for any clause that could justify cutting ties without facing a financial nightmare. And they weren't the only ones sweating this situation. Zegler's talent agency, one of the biggest on the planet, has reportedly gone radio silent. No public statements, no defense in the press, just this cold, calculated distance. And Disney, the studio that once cast her as the shining face of their billion-dollar Snow White reboot, word is, top execs are watching this situation like hawks. Hollywood is deeply concerned right now. This story's threatening to blow up more than just one show. It could wreck entire future projects. Especially now that every headline's blasting out words like threat, police, and unhinged. Meanwhile, several Evita cast members have reportedly submitted written statements to producers about Zegler's behavior. Most of them describe the whole work environment as unstable and straight-up emotionally draining. Some won't talk publicly, too risky. Others, they've asked to be reassigned or quietly released from their contracts. They don't want their names anywhere near this PR disaster. And Ziegler? Total radio silence. No interviews, no Instagram notes, no public apology, nothing. Just silence. But in this industry, silence ain't neutral. Sometimes it's strategy, sometimes it's guilt, and sometimes it's just the calm before the storm. See, Hollywood may look chaotic on the surface, but behind the scenes, it all runs on one simple rule: protect the brand. And right now, Rachel Zegler is not a brand anybody wants to stand next to, not even close. Industry insiders say talent agencies, casting directors, and major studios are glued to this Evita fallout. Not because they're curious, but because they're calculating. They're asking the questions no actor wants whispered in executive boardrooms. Can we even insure her? Can we trust her on set? Is she worth the risk? And the scariest one of all, what happens if she snaps again? And now, producers on multiple upcoming projects have reportedly started pulling her name off their shortlists. Fast. Not with big announcements. Nah, just a few quiet clicks and a casual, let's go in a different direction. One top casting agent even put it bluntly, she's radioactive right now. No one wants to be the next one caught up in a meltdown. And this ain't about talent. Everyone knows Rachel Zegler can act. That's not the issue. This is about trust, about control, about whether a multi-million-dollar production can even survive the chaos she brings to the table. And here's where it gets even worse. She was already skating on thin ice. Remember her Snow White press tour? It became a straight-up viral disaster. Her comments trashing the original film, mocking the Prince character, and pitching the remake as a new kind of girl boss story didn't just annoy fans, they alienated them. Now, with a police report on file and footage allegedly proving she threatened a director, the bad PR label isn't just a rumor anymore. It's a full-blown reputation. And in an industry built on perception, reputation is everything. One top exec reportedly summed it up perfectly. Rachel Zegler was supposed to be the next Anne Hathaway. Now we're wondering if she's the next Lindsay Lohan. And as the days dragged on, speculation swirled. Fans waited for a statement, any sign that Rachel Zegler or her team would finally address this escalating chaos. And finally, they did. But not in the way anyone expected. If you want to know what went down next, make sure you hit that subscribe button for Fame Feast. You do not want to miss what's coming.